right, lots going on, and it starts off with Bob Davies' health. Lobos will not play football. As far as a game this weekend, they've got the bye week. They'll go to Notre Dame next week. They will go there without head coach Bob Davie. Put out a statement on Thursday morning saying that after advice from his doctors, his wife, he will be around the team this week, but Saga Tuatele will be the interim head coach, the acting head coach, and he's not going. Mm-hmm. Guys, we don't know the exact details. The university hasn't put it out. It sounds serious. It sounds like, at some point, Bob's got to take care of Bob, and he's got to take care of his health. I know this was on the radar for a long time. Notre Dame's a special spot to everybody, but certainly a guy who coached there. Probably a tough decision, but it sounds like the right one.
Yeah, sometimes life happens, and you have to take care of things. Some things are bigger than the game. I don't follow Bob Davie at all here. I saw this morning on Twitter that he was at the team meeting. I was surprised to see him back there. I'm glad that he's doing as well as he is, but certainly this is something he's got to take care of and make sure he's 100% before he even thinks about coming back.
Yeah. Even if he's cleared to get back to things we're talking about, boarding an airplane, making that trip, and we've all heard
the stress of the whole thing.
That's what I go back to, the stress. And he had a medical incident. That's what we know for sure occurred. And everything that goes into that, we've all dealt with certain things, so we understand how that affects the body. We don't need to be doctors to know how stressful that position is. And I couldn't see how anyone would be okay with that other than, hey, you make the trip, but you can't coach. Like, you can be there, but still everything that's gone on, I'm glad that he's back. I think it is a moment that resets everything and go, life is bigger than things that we get caught up in. And this could have been such a worse, scarier situation. And I'm glad that just from everything that happened on Saturday to where we are, middle of this week, that we see Bob Davie just back.
Just got to take care of himself, and that's the bottom line. I wonder if Doug Martin wishes he didn't have to go on his trip this week with New Mexico State. Aggies are 54.5 point underdogs at Alabama after getting run 58-7 at Washington State. I don't know how good the Aggies are or not, and we're not going to know until September 21st. Brutal stretch. We've been talking about it, but now that you're living in it, it feels even worse.
Oh, it's brutal. But again, for them, it's part of the bigger picture. You got paid for Washington State. You're getting paid for this game. That seems like an awful high spread to me. However, if it was what?
Would you bet it?
Well,
it makes you think. And
it does. Right, sure, exactly. But if you look back to last week, it was what, 58-7. You figure Alabama's better than Washington State. How would I bet it? I'd probably would take the under on that, but I wouldn't be the least bit surprised if Alabama didn't cover.
Oh, I'm taking Alabama, and you can give me 60 points. You can give me 63 points. Like, this is a 70-7 game written all over it. Even if they pull the dogs off in the second half, that's just another level football team. And Doug Martin, when he joined us this week, said the same thing. And just in terms of he watches that tape and he sees an NFL size team on that field.
His quote was the old Norm quote from Cheers on our show on Tuesday. He said, "I told them it's a dog-eat-dog world, and we're wearing milk-bone underwear," and that's kind of where they are. So it'll be the Aggies at Alabama. Lobos a week from this Saturday at Notre Dame, and the two of them get together in Albuquerque on the 21st.
Your weekly Benchwarmers code word is BUZZ, and text DYNA, D-Y-N-A, to 62582 for your chance to win 4 tickets to the Dyna Theater at the New Mexico Museum of Natural History and Science.
So not Dinah Shore, Jeff.
Sweet. Thanks, guys. No.